If you've ever been in a warehouse, you know the vibe. It can feel like organized chaos, right? A constant battle to just keep things moving. But what if you could flip a switch and turn all that chaos into smart, intelligent control? Well, today we're diving into exactly that, how AI warehouse management systems are completely changing the game.
And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head. For too long, warehouses have been stuck in this reactive mode. You know what I'm talking about. Mispicks, shipping delays, inventory counts that are just wrong. These aren't just headaches, they're costly errors that hurt your bottom line and tick off your customers.
But check this out. We're talking about a 30 to 50% drop in picking errors. That's not just a minor improvement. That is a massive, game-changing leap in accuracy. It's the difference between constantly putting out fires and just flawlessly executing. And that's why we have to talk about this tech right now.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start by going from chaos to control. Then we'll dissect the AI brain itself. After that, we'll help you find your perfect fit in the market, give you a smart playbook for choosing a system, and finally, look ahead to the future-proofed warehouse.
All right, first up, from chaos to control. And listen, this isn't just about getting some new software. It's a fundamental shift in strategy. It's about moving from being a firefighter rushing to put out today's blaze to becoming an orchestrator who sees the smoke and prevents the fire from ever starting.
So what exactly is an AI WMS? The best way to think about it is as the central brain for your entire operation. A traditional WMS, that's just a digital checklist. It's great at telling you what already happened, but an AI WMS, it's a proactive, intelligent asset. It doesn't just record the past, it predicts the future and tells you the absolute best move to make next.
Okay, so how does this AI brain really work under the hood? And more importantly, how can you tell a smart one from a not-so-smart one? In this next section, we're handing you the secret map for evaluating any system out there. We've taken a really detailed 10-point framework from our research and boiled it down to 4 essential pillars. Think of these as the 4 core questions you absolutely have to have solid answers to before you even think about signing a contract. Pillar number 1 is core functionality. You have to get the basics right. Look, all the fancy AI in the world means absolutely nothing if the system can't flawlessly handle the bread and butter: receiving, put away, picking, and packing. Get this wrong, and nothing else matters. Pillar 2 is where the magic happens: intelligence. This is the AI in AIWS. How smart is it really? Can it dynamically reslot your inventory for efficiency? Does it calculate the absolute fastest picking paths? Can it predict your labor needs for next week? This is where you find those massive efficiency gains. Next up, Pillar 3, integration. This is a big one. Your WMS cannot be an island. It has to play nice with all your other systems, but especially your ERP. Your SAP, your Oracle, your NetSuite. If that connection isn't totally seamless and in real time, it's a deal breaker. And Pillar 4, it all comes down to trust. We're talking security and support. Can you really trust this vendor with your company's most sensitive data? And maybe even more important, when something inevitably goes wrong at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, are they going to be there to pick up the phone and have your back? This is your business's lifeline we're talking about. And on that security point, let's be crystal clear. There are some absolute non-negotiables. Your vendor must be able to provide SOC 2 Type 2 and ISO 27001 certifications, and a 99.9% uptime guarantee. These are the gold standards. If they hesitate or can't show you these reports, it's an immediate deal breaker. Seriously, just walk away. So now that we have our 4-pillar framework, let's go shopping. In Section 3, we're diving into the market landscape to help you find your perfect fit. The thing is, the market isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. It's really broken into tiers. Up at Tier 1, you've got the enterprise behemoths like SAP, built for massive global companies. Tier 2 is where you find the modern cloud-native challengers like Hopstack, who are all about speed and a great user experience. Tier 3 is for the industry specialists, and Tier 4 has some great starting points for small businesses just graduating from spreadsheets. And this chart just perfectly captures the big choice in the market today. On one side, you have the raw power of something like SAP EWM. The source material compared it to the cockpit of a commercial airliner. Incredibly powerful, but you need a ton of training.
On the other side, you've got a modern tool like Hopstack, which gets praise for being as easy as a consumer app and can get you up and running in weeks, not years. There's no single right answer here, only the right answer for you.
So with all these options, how in the world do you actually choose? Well, that brings us to Section 4, your Smart Selection Playbook. This is your step-by-step guide to making the right call and, just as important, avoiding a really expensive failure. This is your checklist. Okay, first, define your exact problem. Are you solving for speed, accuracy, labor costs? Then map out your tech. Critically, assess the experience not just for managers in the office, but for the operators on the floor. Will they actually like using it? Number 4, verify security. Literally ask for their SOC 2 report. Then, calculate the true 3-year cost, not just the sticker price. And finally, get your tech team in the room for those deep dive demos.
Now, you can follow that playbook to a T, but there is one hidden landmine that can sink the entire project. It's the one issue that stands head and shoulders above all the others. So, what is the #1 implementation killer?
ERP integration hell. It's that simple. A broken, clunky, or slow connection to your company's core financial and inventory system is an absolute catastrophe. If your WMS and ERP aren't in perfect sync, your data's garbage, and your entire operation can literally grind to a halt. It's the central nervous system of your business, and when it breaks, everything breaks with it. So how do you avoid this nightmare? For integration risk, you have to insist on a live proof of integration in a test environment. Don't take their word for it, make them show you. Worried about project delays? Talk to their other clients. To make sure your team actually uses the tool, get your floor supervisors involved in the final demos. And to avoid that black box AI problem, ask them for features that actually explain why the AI is making its recommendations. Avoiding those risks will set you up for success today. But what about tomorrow? For our final section, let's look ahead and talk about how to build a warehouse that's truly future-proof. And believe me, the future is coming fast. Right now, we're in the era of AI-powered optimization, but by 2026, you'll be using generative AI. Imagine just asking your WMS, hey, what caused last week's shipping delays, and getting a simple, plain English answer. Then comes digital twins, where you can test a new layout virtually before you spend a dime. And by 2028, we'll likely see vision-based inventory, using cameras to give you 100% real-time accuracy automatically. It's going to be wild. And that brings us to this powerful final thought. Choosing a WMS, this is so much more than just a software purchase. It's a strategic move. It is, in fact, a declaration of the kind of operational future you plan to build. Is it one that's stuck in the past, reacting to chaos? Or is it one that's intelligent, resilient, and totally in control? So, we'll leave you with this one simple question. Take a hard look at your operations, think about the technology we've covered today, and ask yourself honestly, is your warehouse truly built for tomorrow?